Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of the Week 6 NFL Picks. I'm your host, Mia, and my guest, of course, today is the great Rob.
Who predicted the Dolphins head coach would be fired after losing to the Jets?
Yeah, let's not talk about that right now. We have a pretty interesting schedule for you all this week, so let's just get down to it, right? So our first game is in about 30 minutes, and we're just now getting to it because I suck at life. Atlanta plays against New Orleans, and I think we can all pretty much assume who's going to win this.
New Orleans. Kidding, Atlanta.
See, the thing is, New Orleans' defense is really, really bad, and Atlanta's offense is really good. Unless Matt Ryan decides he's going to all of a sudden play really terribly, there's no reason New Orleans wins. I'm taking Atlanta all the way. Well, huh?
What's the score?
I gotta say, like 31-10. I don't think New Orleans stands a chance.
All right, well, I agree. Atlanta's going to win this game, and it's going to be because of the running game, not the passing game.
Devontae Freeman, anyone?
Yeah, he's on my fantasy team. I got to be kind of biased. I'm going to say Devontae Freeman runs for at least 3 touchdowns. The final score is going to be 45-7.
Wow. Well, the next game, of course, is a Sunday game. It features. Go for it.
We have Washington Redskins going all the way to New York to face, well, technically New Jersey, and then let's say them for the New York Jets. New York Jets versus Washington Redskins. Now, I'm going to the game, so of course I'm being even more biased than I normally am. The Washington Redskins are looking kind of decent, but Kirk Cousins looks still shaky. But then you got the Jets, who got the entire defensive core back. Everyone on the defense side is now going to be playing. So that means that the Jets' defense is going to be even more scary than they did the 4 weeks they didn't have Sheldon Richardson. Now they have Sheldon Richardson. Guess what? The Jets are going to be even more tougher. They're going to force a lot of sacks. They're going to force a lot of things. So I'm going to say it might be a close game if Fitzpatrick doesn't play a good game. But if Ivory has his running game that he's been having, I'm going to say the final score is going to be easily 28-10.
Well,
I'm not going to go against the Jets because you always do.
Not true. 95% of people agree with you, and I do as well. However, I don't think it'll be a blowout per se. I think the Jets are one of those teams that limit scoring, but they can't score that much themselves. Yes, they do have some semblance of a running game now, but Ryan Fitzpatrick throwing, I still don't trust it. I want to go 20-14. I do believe in these Jets. Do not be shocked if there's an upset, though.
I'd be extremely pissed.
Our next game is going to be Buffalo hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals have been very impressive all season, compiling a 5-0 record, and Andy Dalton is playing the best football of his career. That being said, the Buffalo defense is very strong, led by head coach Rex Ryan, who is very defensive-minded. I think that the fate of this game rests squarely on the shoulders of whether Tyrod Taylor plays or not.
All right, who you have winning?
I have Cincinnati winning. I'd say 28-20-ish. I think that Buffalo is going to play well. And if Tyrod Taylor plays, the Bengals could be on upset alert. But since Tyrod Taylor is more than likely not going to play, that just gives me an automatic Bengals win.
Well, I'll say this now. Penalties. Penalties is going to be the main factor of this game. If Buffalo can commit less than 10 penalties in this game, then I see Cincinnati losing this game. But the over/under is 10 for them. So basically, if the Bills commit more than 10 penalties, Cincinnati is going to blow them out. I have the final score being 28-10.
All right, well, many people have been questioning whether or not the Cleveland Browns are for real now. The Denver Broncos come to town, and led by a weaker Peyton Manning, Peyton Manning surprisingly isn't the Broncos' strongest asset. Right now, the Broncos are just firing on all cylinders when it comes to defense. In fact, their defense, I believe, is the first-ranked defense in the league, isn't it?
No.
Is it top 5?
Top 5. It's Green Bay. It goes Green Bay. Let's see. Green Bay. Not New England because people do score in New England. The Jets are 3rd. Atlanta 2nd.
Well, let me confirm that really quickly. But as such, we should still talk about how suffocating that Broncos defense has been.
I'll look it up right now.
I'm looking it up too. But in any case, it's been insane because the Broncos are not really a traditionally strong defense. Oh, the Jets have the top defensive team. The Broncos are 5th.
I was close.
You were close. The Broncos have the 5th best defense, but where they really excel, and remember, yards per game is what we're talking about. Denver leads in yards per game. The Jets are 2nd. Where Denver really excels is that they're a more well-rounded defense than other defenses. The Jets have limited their opponents to the least amount of points. But the Broncos are 4th in that category. Passing yards wise, the Broncos are 5th in that category. Rush yards wise, the Broncos are 2nd in that category. So the Broncos have a really strong defense. And Cleveland, people might be overestimating Cleveland right now because they had one good week with Josh McCown. I don't believe in Cleveland at all. I think Denver takes this game, but I don't think it's a blowout. I think it's about 20-16 Denver over Cleveland.
That's the kind of a weird score, 20-16. Anyway, so Peyton Manning, I'm going to say Peyton Manning finally has the game of the year of the season. I'm going to say 3 touchdowns, 300 yards throwing, and 1 interception. I have Denver winning 28-14.
All right, I can dig that.
It could be higher, but probably won't be higher.
Well, meanwhile, we have Chicago at Detroit. And this game pits winless Detroit against, surprisingly, 2-win Chicago, and everybody expected these teams to have reverse records. There's no reason.
I expected Detroit to at least be 3-2.
And ultimately, if the Bears win this game, it puts them in the wild card race in the NFC. If the Lions don't win this game, there's going to be big problems in Detroit.
This season's most all right. So who you have winning?
This is really difficult. Could you go first?
All right, fine. I'm going to say Detroit finally gets it together. I'm going to say that Chicago's not going to have that good of a game. I'm going to say that Calvin Johnson becomes Megatron again. I'm going to say that they're not going to that Stafford is actually going to do better this game. So I'm going to say the final score is going to be close. I'm going to say 21-18.
21-18.
No. 21-17.
Okay. Let's go. I'll take Chicago in an upset.
The only reason why it's not really an upset, Detroit doesn't have a win.
Let me tell you why it's an upset. It's in Detroit, and Chicago's 2 wins have come by 1 point apiece. It's an upset because Chicago has not played well this season. They beat Kansas City, who lost their starting running back.
Unfortunately, darn you.
So yes, I consider an upset. So also because 70% of people on the site I'm looking at, where all the experts list their picks, it's 70% Detroit. So I think this could be considered an upset. I think Chicago pulls out one more big upset before they fall off the face of the earth. I say it's going to be 24-17.
Not bad. All right, so what's the next game?
Houston-Jacksonville. Another really terrible game.
Oh, God.
Look, I just died a little inside. I'm gonna take Jacksonville because they're the home team. I'm not even gonna pick the score. That's how bad it is.
Well, let me see the records real quick. Hold on.
They're both 1-4.
Thank you for ruining something for me.
You're welcome.
All right. You got Jacksonville. I'll take Houston.
Okay, go for it. The next game,
No
Minnesota.
score. Too
Okay,
bad.
fair enough. Next game, Kansas City at Minnesota. Look, let's just all be honest. The Chiefs are done.
Well, I'm gonna disagree with you there. I'm not actually gonna have Kansas City with an upset.
No Jamal Charles, Kansas City. Jamal Charles is gone for the season.
Remember, in New England, there's a certain quarterback who got injured, and no one would have thought who Tom Brady would have been. So they might find a Tom Brady. I'm going to say they're going to find a Tom Brady in their starting running back, which is going to be. Once I find it.
It's Charnit. I can't pronounce his name.
I'll pronounce his name. I'm good at pronouncing names.
Chaucenjury West or something? No.
Charcentric West.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, I'm going to say that he's going to have a good game. I'm going to say that he pulls out to be who he really is.
Well,
I'm just going to say that, if Kansas City loses this game, their season's done with.
Their season's done with anyway. They have one win. Look.
You know what I mean?
Look, ultimately, what I got to do here is I got to take the Vikings, even though I dislike them strongly. I want to take the Vikings 40-10 over Kansas City.
Ew.
It's going to be that ugly.
All right, I'm changing my vote. It's going to be Minnesota. I'm going to say with Kansas City, but the score is going to be closer than we think it's going to be. 24-21.
All right, well, the next game is Miami at Tennessee. I think Miami with a new head coach is going to be formidable. However, it's in Tennessee, and I'm not going against Marcus Mariota. Just not.
Oh, my God. You're in love with Mariota, aren't you? Anyway, I'm actually agreeing with you. I'm going to say Tennessee is going to beat Miami. I mean, Miami doesn't even have a bye week yet. And I don't know.
And they have a new head coach?
Wait a second. They're coming off a bye week. They got used to the new coach. I'm going to say Miami is going to win. They're going to squeeze by. They're going to win 17-14.
I say 17-14 Tennessee's way. So, fair enough. Next game, Arizona at Pittsburgh. And I just want to make this blatantly clear. Carson Palmer is not done by a long shot, and I'm not picking Michael Vick. I won't. Arizona over Pittsburgh, 31-17.
I'm going to say that Pittsburgh is. I want to say that Vick is finally going to throw the ball to Antonio Brown because Daddy needs them fantasy points. Anyway, I'm going to say that Antonio Brown is going to go for 115 yards, 2 touchdowns, but unfortunately, I still have Arizona winning. Final score 35 to 31.
All right. The next game is, of course, Carolina at Seattle. And may I just say, Carolina has officially become the team that no one believes in us. Let me put it this way. Out of the experts, 94% believe Carolina will lose to Seattle, despite Carolina being undefeated. Seattle has 3 losses this season and 2 wins. They are not playing very well, and Seattle's defense is not what it used to be. And yet, people are saying that Seattle's just going to blow out Carolina. I don't believe it for a second. I'm going with a huge, monumental level upset. I'm going Carolina over Seattle 16-10.
Well, this is where I'm going to agree with you, unfortunately. Carolina is going to win 24-7. If Marshawn Lynch plays, 24-17.
Wow, Marshawn Lynch has a 10-point impact?
Yes.
Well, 20-point impact, really. Not the point. Our next game, Baltimore at San Francisco.
All right, 27-20.
Fair enough. Baltimore at San Francisco. And
Baltimore, do I have to choose a score?
You don't have to.
35-7.
If I choose the score in this game, I'm going 15-12 Baltimore, but it's going to be ugly. Our next game, San Diego at Green Bay. No one's picking San Diego. Next.
Green Bay wins. Like, who cares? Anyway, then we have
The New England-Indianapolis revenge matchup. New England wins. Moving on.
Indianapolis win.
What?
Indianapolis, shocking the world. Indianapolis is going to win 28-21.
Andrew Luck
course,
has never.
I'm being biased also. So.
Andrew Luck has never beaten Tom Brady. The Colts aren't even good this year.
There's always. Well, Andre Johnson's doing better. He's getting used to the system.
What if Matt Hasselbeck is starting? I just don't understand.
I'm being biased. I don't want New England to go undefeated. I want New England to finally lose it. One of these weeks, I'm gonna be right.
In any case, then there's our Monday night game: New York at Philadelphia. The Giants, of course.
The Midgets versus the Eagles.
Oh, they're both terrible teams. The NFC East has been pretty dreadful this year, and yet somehow the AFC South is worse.
Didn't I say that? I said that.
I'm going to go ahead and take Philadelphia here because they're the home team. Home teams win more often, and I don't trust Eli Manning. I just don't.
All right, well, I'm going to say that we're going to have the first tie of the season.
Wait, what?
Not really. I thought we might have a tie, but I'm going to say that it's going to go into overtime probably. And the final score is going to be 17-14 Giants.
Well, ladies
I
and
hate the Giants. I hate the Eagles. I kind of hate the Eagles more.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is how we picked our games this week. As you can see, the wall of football teams is only looking better and better. The Skyrim being played by my girlfriend, who will be shown eventually in this, is being broadcast. And we are out of time here. So, ladies and gentlemen, eat your vitamins and smoke crack. Not really. Crack is bad. But I will see you all next week.
Crack is whack.